So this is the last experiment in Introduction to C++ Programming. So this will demonstrate the array of bounds. Array of bounds means, so in this program one array is created by using this syntax. For creating the array we have the syntax. First we have to define the data type, followed by the array name. Array name is created by using the square bracket is equal to, so we are assigning to this array some values are assigned. Total 5 elements are assigned to this array. Array means for the first element is stored in the index 0, second is index 1 2 3 4. For this particular array index starts from 0 1 2 3 4, and to access the first element we have to write a number of 0. This is number of 1, number of 2, number of 3, number of 4. For example, if you try to access number of -1, there is no negative indexing in the array in the C++. Number of -1, then it is out of range, and number of 5, after 5 also it is out of range. It's not possible to access. To handle such a situation, so it is possible to handle this situation by using the exception handling in C++. So this program will demonstrate this by using some inbuilt exceptions, and by using try, throw and catch blocks. So that is our basic concept of our exception handling. To write this program, first this is header file, all of you know this. Next, for the here we are going to use inbuilt exception handling. If you use the inbuilt, for example, out of range, it is one inbuilt exception. So that we have to write in the same syntax, out underscore of underscore range. Next, so many inbuilt exceptions are available. So here out of range exception is used. To use this inbuilt exception we have to include the header file stdexcept. Next, using namespace std. Next, for this program they return the function to handle this array of bounds. So this is the function. First, say what is the main program. So in the main program already explained, one array is created, it contains total 5 elements. Next, the size of this array is total 5, correct? Total 5, but number of 0, number of 1, number of 2, number of 3, number of 4, that is indexing. But the size of the array, it is total size means it's the number of elements. Number of elements we have, it is 5. So to calculate number of elements, they did this logic. Size of that, we know what size of operator will do. This will return the size of the data type. For example, here what it is written, size of numbers. Numbers means it's array, right? Numbers means it's array. The type, it is int. Int means for for int means its size is 4 bytes. Total we have 5 integer values. 5 into 4, it is 20. So this, in the numerator we will get, it is 20. In the denominator, it is size of number of 0. Number of 0 means it's the first element, correct? I am check means this will return size of first element. So first element, it is what? Int size. Int means 4, means the, for this mathematical operator, 20 by 4, it is 5, means the size becomes 5 now. Means to calculate size of this array, so you can use this logic. Size of entire array divided by size of the one element. So this will return 5. So if you in the next line, if you write cout size, it will return 5, it will display 5. Next, they created one index, one more variable, it is index. Next, cout means for example, if I run the code, first we'll get enter an index. So this is because of this first cout statement. In the main program, first cout statement is enter an index. That if you run the code, that I am getting. For example, if I enter 3 now, so it will display value at index 3 is 40. Value at index 3, 0 1 2 3, it is 40. So that we are getting. And if I run the code and if I give some 5, it's out of range. Now I am getting the exception, index out of bounds. So this is because of these cout statements and exception, try, throw, catch blocks statements. Now after entering the index value, it is stored in the variable index. Next, they use try block. In the exception handling, first block, it is a try. So this will try this. So here int result, they created one variable result. For this result variable something is assigned. So from right side, the right side one function is called safe array access. Okay, in this function three parameters are passed. First parameter is numbers. Numbers is our array. Okay, means we are passing entire array in the first parameter. Next size for this particular array size we got, it is 5. Next index, that what we entered in this through the keyboard. These three parameters we are passing through this function. Now see what this function will do. See, this function is written here. We are passing, so three arguments are there. One is entire array, next size, it is 5, next index, that is we entered through the keyboard. Next here we are going to check that condition. If index to the keyboard we are entering, get to access the array elements, index is less than 0, so this will check whether the entered index negative or positive. If it is less than 0, it is negative, it is true. Or operator is used, means this or this, any one will true, means it is we have to throw the exception. Or one more condition is greater than or equal to size. If the entered size is out of range, for example for this case 4 is the last index. If you enter 5 above 5, then it becomes but it throws an error, means the size we got, it is 5, right? 5 also it is out of range, therefore greater than or equal to size. It is less than 0, it is not less than or equal to. If it is equal to 0, means the first index value is 0, right? Therefore it is strictly less than 0. If this condition satisfies, then throw an error, throw an exception, it is out of range. So this is the inbuilt name, so you can write the same what name here, out underscore of underscore range. Inside we can pass anything. Here we are passing one string. In the string what it is written, index out of bounds. If you enter out of range index value, then in the output window we get, right, index out of bounds. Okay, because of this. Else if it is in range, then it will execute this statement here, return array of index. Array of index means, for example, in the through the keyboard if you enter 1, it will return array of 1. So then return means it will come to this line, it will return for the result, it will return array of, if it is 1 means it will return array of 1, it will return 20. Getting? After that if it is true, it will come here. Otherwise we are, it will throw the error. If it is throw the error means it is catch in the catch block, that you can see later. If it is true, it is this cout statement will be executed. There first it will give value at index, then index value will be printed, next this colon, next result. In the result we are returning from the main function, correct? So that will be printed here. Else if this condition satisfies, throw. In the throw it will catch exception by using exception class. One exception also one inbuilt class, the exception handling, that is defined here, standard except. One variable is what object is created. Next cout exception e dot what. For the e dot what means, for by using this, the what is one member function. In that member function it is possible to modify it. There it is written out of bounds. Okay, in the output window exception we are getting this message will be printed. Whatever you write here, that will be printed in the what member function of inbuilt class. So that is printed here. So that's why we are getting the output window. You can see this, enter an index 5, then we are getting exception index out of bounds. Exception that will be printed, means that in the cout statement it is written e dot out will print, it will take this message.